again from Enthusiastic Gardener. Thank you so much for joining me. I am continuing planting for my late summer, early fall colour. I keep calling it fall instead of autumn. I've gone American. I think it's because I watch so many gardening channels on YouTube. A lot of them are American and everyone's talking about fall. So it's rubbing off on me. And this is what I'm planting today. This is called an, I won't say this right, I'm sure, Oenothera. I'll put the name on the screen. It's otherwise known as an evening primrose, which you will all know from the medicinal evening primrose, which is used for a lot of good reasons, such as skin conditions. It treats a lot of skin conditions. It's the oils made from the seeds. Anyway, this beautiful plant comes in lots of different colours, mostly yellows, but this one is pink, and this one is called a twilight. It's a perennial, so it will lose its leaves and die back in the autumn or the fall, and it will come back again in spring. The flowers on the evening primrose, which are apparently abundant all the way through the summer and into the autumn, where they are on this particular plant I do not know. There were quite a few actually when I bought it. I've had it in this pot for a couple of weeks. I should have planted it before now, but I hadn't got round to it. And the flowers start opening about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I suppose that's why it gets its name Evening Primrose. I was a little bit worried about this plant after doing my research because it can spread quite a lot, which, while it is nice to have a spreading plant, you don't want something that completely takes over like a bit of a thug. However, on reading further, I learned that if you'd regularly deadhead, then the plant can't go to seed, so I would have to make sure that I deadhead. I'm going to give it a go. It grows up to 12 inches tall and then 40 centimetres spread. The other thing is the leaves apparently are edible, and you can put them in salads and in stews. Just the young leaves. I'm going to give it a go. Let's try. Tastes very peppery, a bit like rocket. Yes, well, whether I'm here next video remains to be seen, but I'm here at the moment. And what else do I need to tell you? It's from North America. Pollinators love it, and anything for the bees is good in my book. I did think about putting it in a container if it is invasive, but I don't want to put things in containers. I like to keep my containers for annuals really, because then you can change the look of everything. I'm going to put it in where my fountain is because I think that that will look really nice, and I do have a space for it to go. When it first starts growing back in the spring again, the leaves apparently are a beautiful deep purpley plum colour, and I can see remnants of that colour there. I don't know if you can see that. And then as the months go by, it changes into this green colour. So it's a point of interest if it has all these different things that it does. So let me show you where I'm going to put it. I'm over by the water feature because it's going to go here. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to move the stepping stones round to here. That will free up that area there where I'm going to put the evening primrose. What I need to do first of all is show you this fountain. Can you see here? We're having to fill the fountain up such a lot, which I know you do have to do that anyway, but we think part of the reason is this salvia hot lips is grown so well, it's touching the fountain, and we're losing much more water than we would normally. So I'm just going to cut this back a little bit, hopefully to solve that problem. The plant is leaning right against this, so all the water is dripping down the plant. So I'm going to cut that back a little bit. Do you know what? This is not the best time of day for me to do this. because it is covered with bees who are really enjoying this hot lips, and wasps as well. So I think I will leave this till the end of the day when the bees are all in bed. Because they're having fun and I don't want to disturb them. We'll do the cutting later tonight when the bees are asleep, because they're having a good time at the moment. So I'm going to move the stepping stones. I'm going to put this one along here a little bit more. That one can go there. I'll set them in better in a minute. This one can go here, and then this one can go here. There's bees everywhere. I can put that there. And I know at the moment it's not exactly much of a difference in colour, but when this comes back in the spring, the beautiful deep purpley plum colour, so that will look nice then. So while I do my stepping stones, I'm going to give this plant a nice drink. I've got some water in there. We'll pop it in there, give it a nice drink, and I'll remove all the stepping stones. Okay, so this is the new area. There is the Evening Primrose, and I will tidy up these stepping stones a little bit later. And I'm always moving these stepping stones around anyway, so it doesn't matter that they're not perfect, because there'll probably be another plan at some stage and I will move them again. I thought before you go, you might like to see an update of the Aloe Cameronii. When I planted my new Achillea recently, you will have seen that I took out the Aloe Cameronii which was struggling. I thought that I would do a trial, which is what a lovely lady who I watch on YouTube does. Her name is Laura Eubanks, and she does succulents, and she is just amazing. Obviously very, very different climate, San Diego, but she would dig up her succulents, anything that's struggling, and she would just leave them to air dry. I'm talking weeks and even months. They would harden off, and then she would plant them again, and then they would recover and look fabulous. So I thought that I would try that. You may have seen. So here is the result of a couple of weeks of trying out for my Aloe Cameronii. This is what has happened. Unsuccessful, I think you would agree. Did not work in England. May work in San Diego, unfortunately does not work in England. So they are for the bin, I'm afraid. But anyway, not everything is a success, and as I said recently, nothing is a failure unless you fail to learn from it. It's always sad when one flower dies and has finished, but something else comes and takes its place. One of the great things about gardening is that the garden doesn't remain the same. It's constantly changing, and that is what I like about gardening. Thank you, and I will see you again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye.